Students, in this segment, we will discuss about the pollination. Especially in this topic, our focus will be on the following points, like definition of the pollination, various types of pollination, devices for cross-pollination, advantages, disadvantages, and agents of pollination, significance of pollination, post-pollination events, pollen-pistil interaction, and double fertilization. Let us discuss the discussion about the pollination. Very simple. Pollination is the process of transfer of pollen grains from anther and to the stigma of the flower. Pollination is of two types, self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anthers to the stigma of same flower or a different flower on the same plant. In self-pollination, the flowers are genetically similar. Self-pollination is of two types, autogamy and geitonogamy. Autogamy is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the same flower. It is favored due to the following adaptations. First, chasmogamous devices. When the flower expose their mature anther and stigma to the pollinating agents. In lilac, the stigma lies directly beneath the anthers. Cleistogamy. The flowers remain closed, so there is no alternative to self-pollination. Example, Pisum, Lathyrus. Bud pollination. Anthers and stigma of bisexual flowers mature before the bud opens. The self-pollination takes place at time of bud stage itself. For example, pea, wheat, etc. Next, about the geitonogamy. It is transfer of pollen grain from anther of one flower to stigma of another flower of same plant or genetically similar plants. Advantages of self-pollination. It maintains purity of the race. The plant does not need to produce large number of pollen grains. It ensures seed production. Self-pollination eliminates bad recessive characters. Disadvantages of the self-pollination. Variable and hence adaptability to changed environments reduced. Vitality decreases and ultimately leads to degeneration. Now the discussion about cross-pollination. It is defined as the transfer of pollen grains from anther of a flower to the stigma of a different flower of another plant of same or different species. It is also known as allogamy. In xenogamy, pollination takes between two flowers of plant that are genetically and ecologically different. Now about the devices for cross-pollination. First, dichly. There are two types of flowers, male and female. The plants may be monoecious or dioecious. Dichogamy. Anther and stigma mature at different times. Protoandry. Anthers mature earlier, as happens in salvia, clerodendron, sunflower, rose, etc. Protogyny. Stigmas mature earlier. For example, plantago, magnolia, mirabilis, etc. Self-sterility. Pollen grains are incapable of growing over the stigma of the same flower. Example, tobacco. Some crucifers also have the ability of the pollen grain to grow faster on the stigma of another plant than of the same is called prepotency. For example, apple. Heterostyly. Within the flowers, the styles and the stamens are different heights. Primula and Jasminum have two types of flower, dimorphic means heterostyly, pin eye, long style and short stamen, and thromi, short style and long stamens. Some plants have trimorphic, three heterostyly, example, Lathyrum, oxalis, etc. Hercogamy. It is the presence of natural or physical barrier between endoecium and gynoecium, which help in avoiding self-pollination. In Calotropis, Estugnii, gynoecium is fused with pollinium and form gynoestagium. Advantages of cross-pollination. Cross-pollination introduces genetic recombination and hence variations in offspring. Cross-pollination increases the ability of the offspring to adapt to various changes in environment. The defective character of race is eliminated and replaced by better character. Disadvantages of cross-pollination. Plants have to produce a large number of pollen grains. The very good character are likely to be spoiled. As external agency is involved, chance factor is always there. Agents of pollination. Anemophilic, wind pollination characteristics. Pollen grains are very light. They may have air sac or wings. Flowers are small and are colorless, odorless. Pollen grains are dry. Anthers have long filament and are abundant. Stigmas are thick, sticky and feathery. For example, mulberry, date palm, grass, coconut, willow, maize, jowar, cannabis, etc. Hay fever is allergic reaction due to presence of pollen in air. Hydrophily means water pollination. Characteristics. Flowers are small and colorless, odorless, nectarless. Stigma is long, sticky and unwettable. Water pollination is also of two types. Epihydrophily, on surface of water. Example, Vallisneria. Hypohydrophily, inside water. Example, Zostera, Ceratophyllum. Pollen grains are without exine and often elongated. Vallisneria is dioecious. Male plants produces a large number of male flowers which after breaking rise upwards in closed state and open on surface of water. The female plant produces flowers that brings it on surface of water with the help of long pedicels. After pollination, the female flower is brought down into water. Entomophily, insect pollination characteristics. Flowers are colored, bluish, purplish, violet, yellow flowers, attract bees, while reddish flowers attract butterflies and wasps. Flowers commonly possess an aroma or scent. Visiting insects are fed by either nectar or pollen. Pollen grains are sticky due to pollen kit. Stigmas are sticky. Ornithophilia. Pollination by birds is common in coral tree, bottle brush, and silk cotton tree. Two types of long, bigged small birds help to occur pollination, sunbirds and hummingbirds. Other birds are bulbul, parrot, crow, etc. Ornithophilous flowers are large and strong with abundant nectar and edible part. Example, bombax, agave, butia, bignonia. Chiropterophilia, pollination by bats. The flowers they pollinate are large, dull colored and produce a strong aroma. Chiropterophilous flower produce abundant pollen grains and secrete more nectar than the ornithophilous flower. Bats carry out the pollination in Adansonia and Kigelia. Malacophilia, pollination by snails. Snails perform pollination on Ericeima, a snake or cobra plant, and some arum lilies. Myrmecophilia, pollination by ants. Pollination of flowers by ants is called myrmecophilia. The plants that are pollinated by ants are called myrmecophytes. Example includes some members of family Rubiaceae. Significance of pollination. Pollination is required for fertilization and therefore for production of seeds and fruits. It stimulates growth of ovary. It results in production of hybrid seeds. The seeds and fruits are also a source of nutrition. Now we will discuss about the post-pollination events. The nucleus of the pollen grain divides to produce vegetative and generative cells. A small protrusion called germ tube emerges from the pollen. The germ tube secretes enzymes which digest the tissues of stigma. The germ tube then continues to grow as pollen tube. The generative nucleus gives rise to two male nuclei by division. They become surrounded by cytoplasmic masses and present as distinct male gametes. The pollen tube grows through the stigma and passes into the tissues of style. Entry of pollen tube into ovule is of different types depending upon the region of entry into ovule. These are porogamy, the entry of pollen tube into the ovule through micropyle, for example, Otelia. Chalazogamy, the entry of pollen tube into the ovule through chalaza, Casuarina. Mesogamy, the entry of pollen tube into the ovule through the funicle or integuments, example, Cucurbita. In most cases, the pollen tube enters the ovule through micropyle. It then enters the synergids through the filiform apparatus. Filiform apparatus guides the entry of pollen tube. Let us start the discussion about the pollen-pistil interaction. Only the compatible pollen of the same species are able to germinate. Germination is related to the action of proteins present over the pollen grains and stigma that determine compatibility. Plant breeders can obtain hybrid between different species by manipulating pollination. In the female parent with bisexual flower, anthers are removed from the flower, and before the anther dehisces using a pair of forceps. This step is called emasculation. The stigma of the emasculated flowers have to be protected against contamination by unwanted pollen. They are therefore covered with a bag of suitable size to prevent deposition of unwanted pollen. The bag is generally made up of butter paper. This process is called bagging. And we should conclude our topic by studying double fertilization. Fertilization is defined as the process of fusion of male and female gametes to form zygote. The zygote will eventually develop into an embryo. The pollen tubes releases two male gametes into the embryo sac. One of the male gametes fuses with the egg to form the diploid zygote. This is called syngamy, or also called generative fertilization. The second male gamete fuses with the two polar nuclei. This produces a triploid primary endosperm nucleus. This is called triple fusion and is also known as vegetative fertilization. In an embryo sac, there occurs two sexual fusion, one in syngamy, other in triple fusion. This phenomenon is called double fertilization. That's all. We will discuss more in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day. Press 2.